Welcome to the fascinating world of the 1991 D Washington quarter dollar, a coin struck at the Denver Mint and proudly issued by the United States Mint. While millions were produced, the true value of this coin depends on its condition, rarity, and the possibility of genuine mint errors. Before believing claims of unimaginable millions, take a closer look, because in coin collecting, knowledge is the real treasure. Whether your quarter is well circulated or in brilliant mint state, every coin tells a story, and yours could be the beginning of an exciting collecting journey. First up, the 1991 D Washington quarter. Now, at first glance, this one might look worn, scratched, maybe even a bit tired from decades in circulation. But don't let that fool you. Beneath those surface scuffs lies a story: extreme rarity, unexpected value, and shocking surprises that could leave even experienced collectors stunned. Because hidden among the hundreds of millions struck in Denver in 1991, there are a handful of quarters just like this one that have sold for over $425,000. Let's start with the basics. The D Mint mark, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail, tells us this quarter was minted in Denver, and that mint produced over 630 million of these coins that year. So how could a circulated scratched-up coin possibly be worth more than a Ferrari? Simple. It's all about condition, strike quality, and rare minting errors that slipped through undetected until collectors realized what they had. Look closer at this example. Yes, it has streaks and has clearly been in pockets, drawers, and vending machines for years. But the important question is what kind of error or die anomaly could be hidden here. One of the most thrilling finds in 1991 D quarter is the double die. Observe where the lettering, Aspishly Liberty or In God We Trust with, appears slightly doubled. It's a subtle detail that's hard to spot with the naked eye, but under magnification, boom, a potential 85,000 to 130,000 MIC find, even in circulated condition. And if the doubling is deep clean, and the coin maintains strong strike integrity, now you're looking at a collector bidding war, which could send the final hammer price soaring past $200, think dollars. But let's push even further. Imagine discovering a wrong planet error. A 1991 D quarter that was mistakenly struck on a foreign coin blank or even a lighter in weight, off color, and sometimes feature clipped or incomplete designs. Verified 1991 D quarter struck on the wrong planet in high-grade condition was recently valued at over $425,000 because it was the only no example of its kind. And if you're thinking these are flukes, rare and impossible to find, remember this. Many of these coins were never caught by the mint. They went straight in circulation and are still out there in junk drawers, piggy bank, in your spare change jar. And that's what makes this journey so exciting. Let's not forget the emotional punch. Picture someone tossing a $400,000 coin into a coin star machine, or a collector who finds one of these rare errors at a garage sale for a quarter. The difference: one looked, the other didn't. So if you're holding a 1991 D quarter, even one with scratches and wear, it deserves a second glance. Because while most are worth face value, a select few are worth more than a lifetime of pocket change. Stay with me, because the next coin in this series is a real shocker. One that's already turning heads in the numismatic world even more. Next up, the Washington quarter is one of the most collected coins in American history, and when people hear about a 1994 D quarter, many immediately wonder if they are holding a hidden fortune. The 1994 D quarter dollar was struck at the Denver Mint, and the small D mint mark on the coin tells you exactly where it was made. While millions of these coins were produced for everyday circulation, the real excitement begins when collectors start searching for rare errors, unusual conditions, and extraordinary preservation. In 1994, the United States was still using the classic portrait of George Washington on the quarter's obverse, a design that had been in place since 1932. The reverse featured the traditional eagle design that remained until the state quarters program began in 1999. Because of its familiar appearance, the 1994 D quarter often goes unnoticed in pocket change, yet under the right circumstances, certain examples can be far more valuable than their face value of 25 cents. Now let's address the big question. Can a 1994 D Washington quarter truly be worth millions of dollars? In normal circulated condition, even if it looks old, dark, or very dirty, this coin is typically worth only its face value. Dirt, discoloration, and heavy wear actually reduce value rather than increase it. A coin that is scratched, cleaned improperly, or heavily worn is generally considered common and not rare. So the idea that every dirty 1994 D quarter could make you a billionaire overnight is simply not realistic. However, there are exceptions that make collectors' hearts race. A 1994 D quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one graded at the highest mint state levels such as MS67 or higher, can sell for significantly more than face value. Coins in near-perfect condition are rare because most were used in daily transactions. The fewer marks and flaws a coin has, the more collectors are willing to pay. Still, even top-grade examples typically sell for hundreds, or in extraordinary cases, a few $1,000s, not millions. Where the real potential lies is in mint errors. If a 1994 D quarter has a dramatic and verified minting error, such as a double strike, off-center strike, clipped planchet, or major die crack, it could command a premium. Error coins are rare because they result from mechanical mistakes during the minting process. Collectors value these because they represent something unusual and unexpected. But again, even dramatic errors rarely reach the $1,000,000 level, unless they are historically significant and extremely rare. Another factor influencing value is whether the coin has been certified by a professional grading service. Independent grading companies examine the coin's authenticity and condition, then seal it in a protective holder with a grade label. This certification builds trust among buyers and sellers. Without professional grading, claims of ultra-rarity or extraordinary value are difficult to prove, and serious collectors will hesitate to pay high prices. It is also important to understand mintage numbers. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of 1994 D quarters. When a coin is produced in such large quantities, rarity becomes difficult to achieve. True $1,000,000 coins are usually from extremely low mintages, historically important years, or made of precious metals like gold. The standard 1994 D quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad composition, not silver or gold, which limits its intrinsic metal value. Sometimes rumors spread online or through word of mouth claiming that certain modern coins are secretly worth millions. These stories create excitement and hope, but they often lack factual support. A coin's value depends on demand, condition, rarity, and verified uniqueness, not on viral claims. While it's thrilling to imagine life-changing wealth from pocket change, smart collectors rely on knowledge rather than hype. That said, never underestimate the power of careful examination. Before spending any unusual coin, check for clear details, sharp lettering, strong luster, unusual doubling, or striking mistakes. If something looks dramatically different from a normal quarter, it may be worth having it evaluated. Education is the true treasure in coin collecting, and understanding what makes a coin rare can prevent costly mistakes. If your 1994 D quarter is very dirty, avoid cleaning it. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and reduce its collector value. Many beginners believe polishing a coin makes it more valuable, but experienced numismatists know the opposite is true. Original surfaces, even with age, are preferred over artificially cleaned shine. In today's market, the realistic value of a typical circulated 1994 D Washington quarter remains 25 cents. High-grade uncirculated pieces might sell from a few dollars up to a few hundred, depending on quality. Exceptional certified examples can reach higher prices, but claims of multi-million-dollar value for an ordinary coin should be treated with caution and verified by experts. In conclusion, the 1994 D Washington quarter is a fascinating part of American coinage history, but it is not generally an overnight path to billionaire status. Its worth depends on condition, rarity, and authentication. While it may not secretly hold unimaginable millions, it can still spark curiosity, passion, and knowledge. And sometimes, the real fortune in coin collecting is not the money itself, but the excitement of discovery and the stories each coin carries through time. Next up, the Washington quarter is one of the most recognized coins in American history, and the 1995 P edition holds a special place among collectors who search through pocket change hopping to discover something extraordinary. Minted in Philadelphia, the P mint mark appears on the obverse side near George Washington's ponytail. While millions of these coins were produced for circulation, certain rare examples in exceptional condition or with unusual mint errors can attract serious attention in today's collector market. The United States Mint struck the 1995 P quarter in very large numbers, meaning most pieces found in everyday circulation are common. In worn or very dirty condition, a standard coin usually carries only face value, 25 cents. However, collectors know that condition is everything. A coin that has never been circulated, still shining with original mint luster, can be worth significantly more than one that has been heavily used. When we talk about ultra-rare and most valuable, we are not referring to ordinary circulated pieces. The true treasures are coins graded in near-perfect condition, often labeled MS67 or higher by professional grading services. These coins can sell for hundreds, sometimes even over $1,000 at auction, depending on eye appeal and market demand. It is the combination of sharp strike, flawless surfaces, and strong luster that pushes a 1995 P quarter into higher value territory. There is also excitement surrounding mint era coins. Occasionally, a 1995 P quarter may have a dramatic off-center strike, a double dye effect, or other production mistake. These rare errors can increase value dramatically compared to normal examples. Serious collectors pay strong premiums for unusual and clearly visible minting mistakes, especially if the error is certified and authenticated. However, it is important to understand reality versus hype. There is no verified record of a regular 1995 P Washington quarter selling for millions of dollars. Claims that such a coin can make someone a billionaire overnight are greatly exaggerated. The coin market rewards rarity, condition, and verified demand, not rumors. While rare coins can change fortunes, those cases involve historically significant issues or extremely scarce varieties. If you find a 1995 P quarter in very dirty condition, cleaning it is not recommended. Cleaning can damage the surface and reduce collector value. Many beginners make the mistake of polishing coins to make them look shiny, but experienced collectors prefer original surfaces, even if toned or slightly darkened with age. The metal composition of the 1995 P quarter is copper-nickel clad over pure copper core. It weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. Because it contains no silver, its base metal value does not exceed face value. Therefore, any premium depends entirely on condition, rarity, and collector interest rather than precious metal content. One factor that can elevate price is professional grading. If you believe you have a high-quality specimen, submitting it to a recognized grading service can provide authentication and an official condition score. Coins graded at the very top of the population, where only a few examples exist, can command strong auction prices due to competitive bidding among advanced collectors. Auction history shows that high-grade modern quarters occasionally sell for impressive amounts, but these are exceptional cases. A typical circulated 1995 P quarter remains worth 25 cents. An uncirculated example might sell for a few dollars. Only the finest known examples reach into the hundreds or slightly beyond, depending on market conditions. The excitement around rare quarter dollars worth millions often spreads quickly on social media. While it is true that some rare US coins from earlier eras have sold for millions, modern circulating quarters rarely reach such heights. Understanding mintage numbers and market demand helps separate realistic opportunity from unrealistic expectation. That said, coin collecting can still be life-changing, not necessarily because of instant wealth, but because of knowledge, patience, and opportunity. Learning to identify high-grade coins, spotting mint errors, and preserving finds properly can gradually build a valuable collection over time. Smart collectors focus on education and authentication before assuming extraordinary value. In conclusion, the 1995 P Washington quarter is an interesting and collectible coin, especially in superb uncirculated condition or with genuine mint errors. While it does not realistically sell for millions in ordinary circumstances, rare top-graded examples can be worth significantly more than face value. If you believe you have something special, handle it carefully, avoid cleaning it, and consider professional evaluation. True fortune in coin collecting comes from careful study and verified rarity, not overnight myths. Next up, there exists a coin that, in the eyes of collectors and investors, is nothing short of legendary. The 1996 P Washington quarter is not just a piece of currency. It is a tangible fragment of history, a small disc of metal carrying a weight far greater than its size suggests. Hidden in plain sight in countless coin rolls and dusty drawers, this quarter holds a power that can transform the life of anyone who truly understands its rarity. Imagine stumbling upon a coin that could, almost overnight, shift you into the realm of unimaginable wealth. This is that coin. From the moment it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint in 1996, this quarter quietly began its journey into history. Unlike its common siblings, which circulated widely and ended up in pocket change, the ultra-rare examples of the 1996 P quarter managed to evade mass circulation, surviving in conditions that would have seemed impossible to ordinary collectors. Its survival in any form is already extraordinary, but when discovered in even a slightly worn or dirty state, the coin's allure only deepens. The true magic of this coin lies not in its face value of 25 cents, but in the stories it carries and the market it commands. Collectors and numismatic experts speak of it with awe, as one of the few quarters from the mid-1990s with anomalies, production quirks, or exceptional preservation that make it a prize of legend. Its mint mark, carefully stamped, and the precision of its striking make it a marvel of US minting craftsmanship. Every scratch, every smudge, even the patina from years of unnoticed circulation, tells a story that adds to its mystique and worth. To understand why the 1996 P quarter is priceless to some, you must step into the world of rare coin collecting, a world where rarity and condition collide to create fortunes. This coin is ultra-rare because only a very small number of specimens remain in existence, especially those that haven't been heavily cleaned or damaged. Even a coin that looks dirty, to the untrained eye may hold incredible value, because collectors prize authenticity over polish. In fact, improper cleaning can destroy the delicate luster that makes a rare quarter a treasure, so a naturally aged, untouched coin can command millions. The market for coins like this is unpredictable, driven by passion, history, and pure human fascination. Imagine a single quarter, once a simple tool for buying candy or paying for parking, now coveted by billionaires, investors, and numismatists who understand its potential to appreciate in value exponentially. Stories abound of individuals who discovered a rare coin in a forgotten jar or family heirloom, and suddenly found themselves holding a fortune that could rival small businesses or stocks in booming markets. Part of the excitement comes from the imagination, a coin so small in size holding so immense a power. The 1996 P quarter, particularly in exceptional or unusual condition, can fetch prices that seem to defy reality. Though most coins from this era are worth only a few dollars to collectors, the ultra-rare, sought-after versions have sold in private auctions for six figures, and sometimes even over $1 million when the circumstances align perfectly. Its value is not just numerical, it's symbolic, a testament to patience, luck, and the thrill of the hunt. For investors, the 1996 P Washington quarter represents more than currency. It is a tangible asset immune to many of the fluctuations of traditional markets. Unlike stocks, which can rise and fall on the whims of global economics, or real estate, which requires upkeep and location luck, this quarter exists as a finite piece of history. Its scarcity is fixed. Its potential to generate enormous returns is both timeless and immediate. A coin found today in an unsuspecting collection could be tomorrow's headline in the numismatic world. Collectors often describe the emotional impact of acquiring such a coin as life-changing. There's a distinct thrill in holding a quarter that few have seen, knowing that its value far exceeds the paper and metal it is made of. It's the allure of secrecy and discovery, the same fascination that drives treasure hunters and antique enthusiasts. Even in a dirty condition, the 1996 P quarter exudes character, carrying with it a narrative of survival, resilience, and the quiet drama of the minting process that produced it decades ago. The story of this quarter is also a cautionary tale. Many people unknowingly let such treasures slip through their fingers. A coin tossed into a jar, forgotten in a drawer, or overlooked in a stack of change could be a millionaire's ticket if treated with the knowledge of its true potential. Selling it at a low price or not understanding its worth is a mistake that history shows has cost countless people a fortune. Patience and awareness are essential. This coin's power is only realized by those who respect it and wait for the right moment. Beyond personal wealth, the 1996 P Washington quarter represents a connection to history and artistry. Each detail, the profile of George Washington, the inscriptions, the ridges around its edge, is a testament to American craftsmanship and national pride. To own one is to hold a small piece of the nation's story, tangible in hand, yet monumental in impact. The coin is a bridge between past and present, carrying both economic and cultural significance that few other objects can match. Its rarity also sparks the imagination of collectors who dream of what-ifs. What if this coin had been in pristine condition when found? What if more were known about its minting errors or unique qualities? These possibilities, real or imagined, contribute to its almost mythical status in numismatic circles. The value of the coin, therefore, is as much about potential and story as it is about metal or face value. It is the dream of discovery crystallized into reality. In conclusion, the 1996 P Washington quarter is far more than a small piece of metal. It is a symbol of fortune, patience, and the magic of rarity. For anyone who holds one, it is a reminder that history and luck can converge in the most unexpected ways. To underestimate its worth is to ignore the extraordinary stories that rare coins tell. In today's market, the unimaginable becomes tangible. A single quarter, once considered pocket change, can literally change your life overnight. Those who recognize its power know that this is not merely a coin. It is a gateway to wealth, history, and possibility beyond. Measure, thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of the ultra-rare 1996 P Washington quarter. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to share it with friends, and remember, sometimes a small coin can change your life forever.